Hi everyone, I'm Shanti Shetty, your nutritionist and lifestyle guide, and welcome back to TSS, where we talk about real health, real habits, and real changes, becoming a better you every day. Today we are talking about something all of us eat every single day, maybe every single meal, I would say: gluten. Brown breads, rotis, biscuits, samosas, parathas, gluten is in everything. Most of the people think that gluten-free is just a trend. But when you understand how gluten has changed and how our bodies have changed, the picture becomes very different. Understanding gluten is very, very important, guys. It's just not a trend word. So let's break it down simply, the TSS way. Actually, what is gluten? Gluten is a protein in wheat, rye, barley. It makes the dough stretchy and soft. It's that glue, basically, gluten. But let's talk about wheat. That's the one grain which we eat every single day and which is in everything, right? Almost everything. The gluten itself is not the problem always. The way it is grown and processed today is the problem. Now let me add something very important here. How gluten agriculture has changed. It is the agriculture. Thousands of years ago, wheat looked very different. The grains our ancestors ate were low in gluten, richer in minerals, grown naturally, not hybridized, right? We talk about GMOs. So it was grown naturally. Then came the agriculture shift. During the Green Revolution, India needed fast growing, high yield crops. That's when the whole agriculture of gluten changed. So the wheat was not modified and hybridized to grow quicker, survive transport, to be softer and cheaper, to feed millions, to grow it massively. That is why the changes was done. This new wheat has more gluten, different proteins, and is far harder for the human body or the human gut to digest. Our bodies didn't even evolve this version of wheat. Our grandparents didn't eat this wheat. Their rotis came from the grains that were closer to nature, not from some lab. And the truth is, India's real staple was never wheat. Because I always hear from people, oh, that's my staple, and then, how can I stop eating that? But the truth is, India's real staple was never the wheat. Before the Green Revolutions, Indians mostly ate ragi, jawar, bajra, foxtail millet, little millet, seasonal regional grains. Today we think that, millet is the new thing. I keep hearing a lot of families and friends that, millets is good, millets is what it is in today and all. No, it's not today. It's our ancestors who ate it. It's our ancient grain. They were nourishing, mineral rich, and gut friendly. Wheat became a daily staple only after mass production, not because it was the healthiest grain, but because it was the cheapest and most distributed. And we shifted from diverse grains to eating wheat 3 times a day. And your gut wasn't designed for this. Gluten is really, really hard for your gut to digest, guys. Let me tell you a story of mine here. That this is how I got into nutrition. I had gut issues since childhood. Bloating, discomfort, skin issues, fatigue, and I was an athlete. Imagine, for me, having fatigue and discomfort all the time, it was so difficult. Like many kids, I was told I have a weak stomach and I used to visit doctors frequently, do all the ghar ka nuskas, all what my granny tried to fix my gut. It's normal, drink ajwain. This is what I was always told. No one connected it to gluten. I was eating wheat every single meal. Morning breakfast, afternoon roti, snacks, dinner. It's only when I studied nutrition deeply, healed myself and understood the science behind it, then I realized gluten never suited my gut. And this is the truth and the story for many children and adults today. They don't even realize the daily bloating, cravings, skin issues, or that low energy which is coming from the wheat they eat all day. And here's an important thing. You don't have to be celiac, because gluten intolerance, or they say that celiac disease, that's when you stop gluten. You don't need to be gluten intolerant. You don't need to be sensitive to gluten. Modern gluten affects everybody, every gut. Some bodies scream loudly, some whisper quietly. But almost everyone feels better when they reduce the gluten or avoid it completely. When gluten hits an inflamed and sensitive gut, it can cause bloating, gas, constipation, acidity, loose stools, brain fog, fatigue, acne, your thyroid flares up, cravings, stubborn belly fat, and many more issues. Modern gluten can damage your gut lining, causes inflammation, and disturbs hormones. You might not feel it immediately, but you'll feel it over months and years. This is why so many people say, I feel lighter without gluten. As soon as you stop having gluten, you'll see amazing results, guys. And now let's talk about something which we all love in the morning, or with the eggs, or with the chai: brown bread. versus the whole wheat versus the sourdough. And when we talk about gluten, let's talk about this. Brown breads, which we all think, okay, the gluten is there in the rotis, breads, biscuits, everywhere, right? But there is something like bread which we eat even on diet, where we think that we are eating healthy food. But most of the people think that brown bread is healthy. But let me make this very, very clear to you. Brown bread is just white bread with caramelized color to it. Brown bread is just the white bread with makeup. It often contains maida, gluten powder, color, sugar, preservatives. So gluten wasn't enough, but there is other things in the bread which you consume, right? So think about it when you say that, oh, I'm eating brown bread in the diet, I'm eating brown bread, it's the healthier version, I don't eat the white bread. So think about it once more when you make this choice. Even your whole wheat bread is not what it looks like. It usually is a mix of maida plus additives. And now let's talk about sourdough. The traditional sourdough, which is naturally fermented for 24 to 48 hours. It does have gluten, but it is pre-digested. The fermentation process reduces it. So, reduced inflammation, slows sugar release, improves digestion. It's not a trend, it's an ancient science of making bread. That's how a bread should be made. Fermentation and simple recipe, that's it. It doesn't need to have preservatives, it doesn't need to be packaged for days. You don't really need a diagnosis to reduce gluten. Like I said, I repeatedly say, you don't need to have gluten sensitivity to experience problems from modern gluten. It affects your gut anyways, so just the severity differs from person to person. Reducing gluten is not a diet. It's a gut reset. It's a healthier choice for your healthier lifestyle. Now when we talk about gluten, let's talk about the solutions. Simple ways to start gluten-free, right? You've heard of gluten-free, but there are simple ways to start it. And it's not a trend, it is a need. Switch your rotis, use jawar, bajra, ragi, gluten-free blends. These are the gluten-free blends. You can use all the millets and you can mix them, and great, you can have one millet per day so that you have variety of nutrients, because every millet has different minerals and vitamins into it. Replace bread, move to real sourdough or traditional Indian breakfast. Read the labels. The most snacks hide gluten into it. Read the labels always, guys. Eat gut healing foods. Ginger, turmeric, ghee, fermented foods, prebiotics, probiotics, lots of vegetables and fruits so that you get the diversity of fiber. Try this for just 21 days. It's not difficult, right? I mean, being gluten-free for 21 days, switching the rotis, I mean, you're not really making any major changes. You're just switching the rotis, you're just switching the bread. Just do this for 21 days and don't have packaged foods also to add to it. Your body will show you the real truth about it. If you want real change, start by listening to your gut. Comment gluten below if you want a gluten-free meal plan and easy Indian swaps. And remember, becoming a better you isn't a makeover, it's an evolution. See you in the next video. Sanchi Shetty, your nutritionist and lifestyle guide.